beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Utes will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will be first on the attack. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single week. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Let's talk for just a second about TCU. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A 3rd down try for the offense. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Got a man, it's Baker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Quickly out to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. With the catch, it's James. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Utah's offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Rush. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Punt is on its way. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense changing the play.
Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Payne. And he's dragged down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. It's Overton. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's small. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Snaps it in the shotgun. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They finally get it. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Horned Frogs are marching down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Horned Frogs line it up with a first and goal. Trying to run it in. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Virginia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
Back to throw, it's Rush. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Utes will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he's catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll leave it with him. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. And the Utes will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Rush. Finds his big tight end. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Under fire. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Utes with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Riley. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The give on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Overton. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's James. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. To the air on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah has... And the offense coming onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea.
And the quarterback hung up 2 and sacked at the 12.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to... throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. If you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Utes decide to punt it away. nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the lone running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Overton. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Blasted as he lets it go.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Utes will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got it. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air, it's Yates. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the wide receiver. play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Turner. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to punch it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that. It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. When you've got a veteran behind center as they have, he has to produce more than he has in this one. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball. Oh, what a cut! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Utes in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Turning it on. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Rush. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Purdue is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 35 over Indiana. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better, more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion, but he's just been off over and over again in this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. It's caught. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's Yates. Takes the easy one to the back. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frog. And that might be a dagger. They push the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think at this point of the game now, the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And the Utes moving quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Scanning the field, it's Yates. Got it in the middle, it's James. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's small. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Pocket breaking down. Caught near the sticks. It's small. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, TCU! They've stretched out this lead. They're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Utah has the back of the offense coming onto the field. You know this coaching staff was hoping for more from their senior quarterback. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense, as corners made plays. Really, the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives together. And this offense has just sputtered, and it's just one of those days they want to forget.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense.
Makes the catch down the right side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Rush. quickly to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Gain of 28.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Let's go.